Hey, Namaskar, good morning. I'm Soham Banerjee, a consultant genetic counselor and co-founder and executive director of Village. Today I'm going to represent the study which is called a systematic review in the status of cancer genetic counseling in Eastern India. Under the supervision of Professor Dr. Ajay Melgasar from Jharkhand family, the study was carried out. Let me introduce about the cancer at first. So as we all know, cancer is the unregulated growth and division. So in Cancer can cause various factors like mutations, genetic alterations, which can be germline, which can be hereditary, and which can be somatic and even carcinogenic effects. Accordingly, 5 to 10% cancer cases are hereditary. Special genetic analysis like next generation sequencing and NGS are very helpful to figure out such kind of mutations. And these are the way to go through with specialized targeted therapies. As we all can see in the graph, the number of medical oncologists and surgical officers required are very less than the number of medical oncologists and surgical oncologists present today. The objective of this study is to important to recognize the genetic counseling in cancer is pretty different and distinct from the counseling in cancer genetics. In this review, our objective was to cultivate awareness and draw attention to this particular issue. The confined gaps. Connectivity for informed choice among genetic counseling, oncologists, and diagnostics. According to the geography of cancer, we can see the Northeast India is rated the highest rate, following by West Bengal. So the eastern part of India is already high prevalence with cancer. According to the state, second is the highest probability, following by Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, Assam. Now the analytics of current scenario. According to the According to the current analytics and current indications of practice pattern, we can anticipate that by 2025, around 75,000, which is 5% of 1.5 million new cancer cases per year in India, will get germline genetic testing. Additionally, compared to NGS testing on tumor biopsy or liquid biopsy, the entry case of NGS testing is likewise escalating with more frequent use of larger panels and exomes. But the main obstacle for this thing is expansions of oncogenomics is successful incorporation to identify genetic discoveries in clinical practice, especially when we are dealing with variant of uncertain significance. However, the availability of genetic counseling services in cancer centers is severely less in relation to the number of the patients seeking assistance. We can see in the pie chart that from a single company, we are having 50 to 70 samples for genetic testing for cancer patients, and the NG number of GCs for cancer genetic counseling is 50, which is the required number is nearly 300. Now the concluding, as we can see, India has very few cancer genetic counselors and very few cancer genetic counseling setups. The required for cancer genetic counseling is 1 per 500 NGS, but which is not into that up to the mark. So at least we need nearly 300 of practicing cancer genetic counselors, and a systematic approach towards awareness in every level of healthcare sector is highly required for proper practicing of and counseling and better services towards the healthcare and mankind. Thank you.